Making sure.
Want to call to order October 4th, 2023, regular meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. John, roll call, please.
All right. Robert Burleson,
Here.
Yolanda Cardona is absent. John Gill's here. Joe Gomez-Daigle, absent. Bob Valoy.
Here.
Jenna Lordson.
Here.
John Kennedy is absent. Attorney Adam Decker.
Here.
Engineer John Dykstra.
Here.
Councilman Liaison Brian Blazak.
Present.
Town Manager Joe Wizawati.
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum. Next item on the list is minutes. Everyone get a chance to look over the minutes and no concerns? Okay, with that, can I have a motion for the meeting minutes of September 6, 2023, regular meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the September 6, 2023 Plan Commission regular meeting minutes.
I have a motion for September 6, 2023, regular meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Second one is September 20th, 2023, study session minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the September 20th, 2023 Plan Commission study session minutes.
I have a motion to approve 2023 study session minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? None. Passes. Okay, first item on the list, Hilltop Ranch Edition, proposed preliminary plat and request for final plat for a one-lot subdivision at 12711 West 93rd Avenue in St. John.
Good evening. I don't know how to start this. So the last meeting we had, we kind of, the last bit of information that came out was on the sidewalks that got changed on our first thing that we thought was accepted from 5 foot to 8 foot. And it was kind of, I don't know, just kind of got floored a little bit. I know we do have to put the sidewalks in on north and east, but we thought we were doing the 5 by 5 all the way through that. And we just had some questions on it if we needed to go through with the 8 foot sidewalks. Are those going to be continued on all the way through 93rd, all the way into like to 41? Or is that at a future later date? Or you really don't know what's happening with that?
I mean, that's the eventual hope, is that one day it will all be connected, and because 93rd is a major arterial road, that's why they're 8 feet wide instead of just the normal 5 feet.
Right.
But currently, no, but anything that's coming before the Plan Commission, we've been pretty strict about not giving sidewalk waivers in order to start that connectivity throughout town.
Okay. And we had gone through some of the stuff, like, I don't know, we were just curious about the whole thing because we didn't understand it, and we were looking at different measurements, and I know they changed the measurement on like 93rd and 41 where they're doing the construction. That went down to 6 feet. Just looking at and questioning, I looked at some stuff by the Wendy's and the bank, and they were 8 foot, but then there's another part of that going up that has a 5 foot. So I didn't understand the arterial roads and all that stuff, so we're just wondering where the discrepancy or the difference between how that gets done and
How
how.
come some of them are down to 5 or 6 feet? And
Right.
if we're putting these 8 feet in, are they actually going to be continued 8 all the way, or?
It's the intent. You're always able to ask for a waiver, but that is our code because of how the road is classified. As far as down the street, closer to 41 on 93rd, they did come in for waivers for the width because they would have had to purchase further right-of-way. NIPSCO would have had to move their poles. So they presented the hardship to the commission, and the commission granted that waiver to have smaller sidewalks along 93rd towards 41. As far as projects that were done before the people before you on this commission, I can't speak to how they were approved or why they were approved the way that they were, but
Okay.
per code, because of how that road is classified, it should be an 8-foot sidewalk unless you can present a hardship stating why it should be 5 feet.
Okay. Any other questions on this? No? We just wanted to bring that up because we kind of were really concerned about that. We didn't understand it when we first walked out the door because it was first on the map at 5, and then all of a sudden that had to be changed. And I believe it was from Torringa. I don't-
It was, yeah.
It was-
Yeah, the updated plats show 8 feet.
Okay. So, where do we go from here? We're just requesting final, or how do we, what?
Tonight would be the public hearing, which will open after discussion, and then we've got you on the agenda for preliminary plat with the request for final plat as well. We've got the letter from engineering who's reviewed everything and finds it satisfactory, so at this time, it would just be opening the public hearing to see if there's anyone that's here to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to sit, or just,
Yes.
okay.
Any,
Let you take that, Bob.
yeah. Any questions? You guys got any questions? Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and take a seat. So I'm gonna open up to public hearing for Hilltop Ranch Edition. Anybody in the audience wants to come up and make a public statement? Anybody sign in? Yep, but you can come on up. Please state your name and your address for the record.
Cheryl Ford, 9423 Hilltop Drive. So I just had a question on notification. My neighbor got a certified mail, but we did not. I just was wondering what the premise was. you
It's
know, who
a
got
300-foot radius from the parcel in question.
Okay, so we're a little bit further down than that, a couple more houses. And then, just a question, they're gonna make you guys put in sidewalks along 93rd? A sidewalk? Both ways,
Please-
even
please-
though there's
please
absolute-
address us.
Oh, I was,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're gonna.
That's okay, yep.
Require them to put in a sidewalk all the way around their property?
No, just in front, on 93rd.
Yeah, and on the hilltop side.
Yeah,
too,
and Hilltop side, the 8-foot
So-
on 93rd.
And even though there's absolutely no sidewalks there, and you don't, at this point, have any intention of finishing off 93rd all the way to 41?
Just like Jenna said, for the future, if it so happens, yes, we would like to have the sidewalks.
Okay. Those were my questions. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Anyone else in the audience? Anyone online?
Nope.
I'm going to close public hearing. Once, twice, 3, closed, public hearing's closed. Please come up. I guess I should have asked, publication for notice is all
Yep,
in order?
Everything's
Okay.
all in order, yep.
Okay. So I guess if there's no other questions, I'll read the letter from our town engineer. Dear Plan Commission, as requested, Robinson Engineering has reviewed the preliminary and final plats received electronically for the above referenced project. Items received. Hilltop Ranch Edition preliminary plat by Turinga Surveying LLC dated 9/22/23. Hilltop Ranch Edition final plat by Turinga Surveying LLC dated 9/22/23. Description, single family, single lot, Lot 1 subdivision as Hilltop Ranch Edition consisting of 0.69 plus or minus acres. We offer the following comments. We have reviewed the above listed receipt submittals for the preliminary and final plats and find them to be satisfactory. The application and plat fee, review fee is $1,500 and is to be paid prior to Plan Commission approval of the plats. We understand this fee has been paid. Signed, Jonathan Dykstra. So I guess the first step, we're looking for motion for preliminary plat approval? Okay. So looking for a motion for preliminary plat approval for Hilltop Ranch addition.
I'll make a motion to approve preliminary plat for Hilltop Ranch addition.
I have a motion to approve preliminary plat for Hilltop Ranch addition. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays? None? Motion passes. We're gonna do the, okay, then the second item would be motion for final plat for Hilltop Ranch addition. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the final plat for Hilltop Ranch addition.
I have a motion to approve final plat for Hilltop Ranch addition. Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we need put in the record the findings of facts?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we got to vote on it too still.
My apologies.
Vote on it first and then the findings of facts, or?
No, I'll amend,
You want-
I'll amend my motion to approve the final plat for Hilltop Ranch addition, including the findings of fact.
Do I need to read them? Do I need to read
No,
them?
I don't think so, right?
Okay,
Hopefully we reference.
just reference, okay. So amend that, so I have a motion to approve final plat for Hilltop Ranch addition and the findings of facts, reference to that. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Nays? None? Motion passes. Okay, you're all good?
All good?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, second item on the list, Rose Garden Unit 3, request for a 6-month extension to 12/6/2023 of preliminary plat of Rose Garden Unit 3, 22 single-family residential lots located at Willow Lane and 91st Place. Good evening, Doug.
Good evening, Doug Reddick with DVG, representing Sublime Development. Mike Granissi, the owner, is here as well. And he's also the developer, and he's built most of the homes in Rose Garden Phase 3. Yeah, the intention is to plat those 5 lots as the next block or blocks of Rose Garden. The first block 1 is about, I think, 17 lots, which is all built, and most of the homes are built as well. What we'd like to do is extend the primary plat, which kind of was an oversight on maybe a couple people's part about for not coming in for the extensions. And so the desire is to extend the primary plat for all of Rose Garden, and then we want to plat lots 3, 4, and 5, which are the north 3 of those 5 that are highlighted in green, because all the utilities are already built, the road's already built. And that's the immediate desire. And then we're going to come back and amend the primary plat for the last 2 lots to add that cul-de-sac, which was not part of the original plan. So we're here for the extensions tonight. We'll come back next month for, if everything goes as planned, for final plat approval on lots 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, any questions? Hearing none. Need a motion for extend to 12/6/2023. Is that right? Yeah. For Rose Garden Unit 3.
I'll make a motion motion to approve the requested 9 6-month extensions, which would get the preliminary plat approval extended to December 6th, 2023 for Rose Garden, including findings of fact.
I have a motion to extend 9 6-month extensions for Rose Garden Unit 3 to 12/6/2023, and the findings of fact. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Next item, Martin's Commercial Edition, Lot 9.
We'll be deferring this item tonight because the petitioner has not gotten us the requested section view drawings of the sidewalk where it lies in the swale. So he has to be deferred until next month.
Okay. So need a motion to defer Martin's Commercial Edition, Lot 9.
Motion to defer.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays? 4-0, passes, okay. Next item, St. John Commons approved declaratory resolution of the St. John Redevelopment Commission declaring St. John Commons as an economic development area and approving an economic development plan for said area, 10201 Calumet Avenue, Zone PUD.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
So tonight before the commission, you guys have a resolution, declaratory resolution for the St. John Commons Economic Development Area. This development was already approved by the Plan Commission and by the council. This went to the Redevelopment Commission in September. They did approve the declaratory resolution, which declared the economic development area. And if John, can you kind of move that map over real quick? So the TIF area, the boundaries would be that south lot just under Calumet Avenue and 101st Avenue and extend down to the farthest extent of the St. John Commons area. So it would include that entire area as far as the economic development area, which is the proposed TIF district that's being proposed. We are currently working on a development agreement with the developer, which doesn't impact this body. All we're doing is saying that with this action tonight, that this is the area that we're declaring as part of the economic development area for the St. John Commons. I don't know,
Any
Adam, if you
questions?
have anything else you want to add on there, or
No, I
pretty
think,
much it?
yeah, you've I think, accurately described the process. The statutory provisions for establishing an economic development area require the Plan Commission to essentially confirm the resolution of the Redevelopment Commission. And essentially, the role of the Plan Commission is to determine whether the establishment of the economic development area and the plan conform generally with the comprehensive plan for the town. So that's the role of the Plan Commission in this process. But if the Plan Commission is so inclined and finds that it does meet with the plan, it would take a vote this evening and approve the resolution that's been presented as this agenda item.
So is this the typical time that we would do this, or was this, should have been done, no?
No,
Should have been done,
Well, we're trying to get the capture the increment for this year, and so far the property has not been assessed, which bodes well for a TIF district. So if we can capture all of the increment, then obviously that's a good thing. So that's why we're trying to get everything done this year, so that way we capture that increment into the TIF.
all right. Hearing no more questions, need a motion to approve, deny, or defer St. John Commons statutory resolution of the St. John Redevelopment Commission.
Motion to approve resolution.
Have a motion to approve the resolution. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nay? None? Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you.
Yep. Next item, item E, Continental Unit 3, recommendation to Town Council for release of cash escrow in the amount of $5,500.
Jack contacted us earlier, and the performance letter of credit won't be ready for a few weeks, so he's asking for a deferral till next month.
All right, any questions, concerns? Okay, need a motion to defer Continental Unit 3 cash escrow.
Motion to defer.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Nays? None? Motion passes 4-0. Next item, item F, CLD Holdings LLC, proposed site plan of a Chipotle restaurant at 9525 Wicker Avenue in St. John.
Good evening.
Good evening.
James Huss with DVG. My client, Corey Dedamore, CLD Holdings LLC. As everybody knows, we've been before the commission. I can detail the project for any remaining questions, but just to provide some updates on the project. We have been working through the town's processes. Our special use and special exception have been approved by the town council. All variances have been approved. We worked through review comments with the town's engineer, and on September 27th, we did receive their approval letter. So at this time, and then we did receive building approval from the state of Indiana that did arrive today. So I believe we're at the point where we are requesting site plan approval.
Okay, any questions? No? All right, hearing none, I'll read the review letter from our town engineer. Dear Plan Commission, as requested, Robinson Engineering has reviewed the Alta Survey Improvement Plans, SWPPP, Stormwater Technical Report, and partially the landscape plan of the documentation received electronically for the above referenced project. Items received: Chipotle Restaurant Development Plans by DVG Team, dated 9/25/23. Stormwater Technical Report for Chipotle Restaurant Development by DVG Team, dated 9/15/2023. Deceleration Lane Investigation Memo by DVG Team, dated 8/17/23. BMP O&M Manual, certified by owner by DVG Team, dated 9/15/23. Landscape Plan for Chipotle Restaurant by Hubinger Landscape Corp., dated 7/20/23. Alta NSPS Land Title Survey for 9525 Wicker Avenue by DVG Team, dated 2/27/23. Right-of-way, driveway, EEOC by DVG Team, dated 9/20/23. Comment response letter by DVG Team, dated 9/20/23. Description: the project is for a drive-in restaurant redevelopment on a single lot zone, C2 on 0.93 acres. Comments: we have reviewed the various and most recent submittals and plans and find them to be satisfactory. The application and site plan review fee is $1,500 and is to be paid prior to Plan Commission approval of the site plan. This fee was paid. Should you have any questions, please contact me at your convenience. Jonathan Dykstra. All right. Need a motion to approve, deny, or defer the site plan for Chipotle Restaurant at 9525 Wicker Avenue.
Make a motion to approve
Good job.
Go ahead,
the
I know, right?
site plan of a Chipotle restaurant at 9525 Wicker Avenue.
Have a motion
I
to
would
approve.
suggest perhaps reference the
Oh, yep.
findings,
And I'll reference the
Yep, and
findings of
findings.
fact.
part of that.
Want to add that, John?
Yeah, and I'll add the referencing the findings of the facts.
Okay, I have a motion to approve Chipotle Restaurant at 9525 Wicker Avenue and the findings of facts. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay? Hearing none. Passes 4-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate all
Thank
your
you.
help.
Good luck, and can't wait to try it, because I've never had it, so.
Very good stuff, Joe.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
John made the motion.
Is that what you said?
Just want somewhere else to go for lunch, really. Truth be told.
And I know why Kennedy's not here with that long review letter. I was getting cotton mouth. I needed a Chipotle drink. All right, item G, Franciscan Alliance, proposed rezone from open space to highway commercial district of a portion of the Franciscan Alliance, approximately 710 feet east of US Highway 41 and approximately 975 feet south of 101st Place. 11.92 acres, so it's what, south of
Also.
Alsip,
Yeah, south of Alsip.
on the east side.
Yep.
Okay, please state your name and your,
My name's Robert Harmeyer with MSKTD Architects. Also have Connor Streg with Kimley Horn Civil Engineers on the online. We have Maggie Tortolano with Ton and Blank Construction, who is the owner's rep, Franciscan House rep, as well as John Gilmore is on the line as well with Ton and Blank Construction.
okay, good evening.
Thank you.
So tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Franciscan Health owns this property, as you say, just south of Allsip's Nursery. The parcel that we're talking about is currently split zoned. The western half of the parcel is zoned C2. The eastern portion of the property is zoned open space. They would like to utilize full use of the parcel, the property there, and we're seeking rezone of the open space to C2 zoning. This would allow use as a medical facility, which is the end goal for this property. Eventually, what we'd like to construct on the site is a medical office building, lab, imaging, and then potential future expansion to freestanding emergency department, as well as medical office building expansion.
Is there a traffic? There's not a traffic light there, is there?
No.
No. There's one just north?
The closest north
or
one would be
at
the new
Alsip.
one, just north of Alsip for basically Planet Fitness by that entrance there of Ravenwood Square.
And there's no frontage road for this development to access?
No, Earl Drive dead ends into Alsip's parking lot.
Anybody got any questions?
And this wouldn't just, the proposed configuration of the drive area into the facility would line up with the proposed development that's,
Across the way.
We
yeah.
have sought out information that's available for that,
Yeah.
and we would like to align our drive directly across from theirs, yes.
So if there is
Yeah.
ever a traffic signal at that point, it would make sense.
Yeah, and I
to be at
believe
that
the
point.
apron's already
The
there.
aprons are already installed.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, have any other questions? Anybody? No?
Just for you guys' information, this is just kind of the presentation for the rezone with the way that deadlines kind of aligned for public hearing notices. if they were to come to the October public hearing, they wouldn't have made, or I'm sorry, October study session, they wouldn't have made public hearing notices in time for November. And I believe that's still the intent to come in November for
The
a public
intent is to
hearing for
come
rezone.
at the November meeting for the full rezone. This is, was intended to be an informational presentation, study session, let's say, just to present the information and let you see if there's any questions, anything we need to go back and research to provide additional information for you. Absolutely. Yeah, as you can see on that site, it's kind of difficult to see in there, but the property is split zoned. It's the only area of open space zoning in that whole entire area. Not quite sure why it was put in as open space zoning in there, so we'd like to make that all C2. Gets us in alignment with some of the adjacent properties as well. And as I mentioned, the intent for the property is medical use, so not a high-intensity use by any means.
I have no other questions. Anybody else?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next item on the list, H, amendments to subdivision control ordinance. Propose amendments to the town's subdivision control ordinance.
Yeah, Jenna and I went back and forth with Adam and kind of cleaned up some stuff, some language. And we'd like to advertise and have the public hearing in November for that and give a favorable recommendation, hopefully, to the town council that can hopefully act on it in December. And then starting in the new year, we can have the subdivision control ordinance updated for the plan commission to use.
Okay. Be great to get that done.
Agreed.
Any other questions on that? No? Okay. Public comment? Pam, do you have a public comment? No? Here's your chance. No. Anybody online?
Nope.
Okay.